What if I were to tell you that there is somebody today that really needs you? Maybe it's the lady behind the till who's feeling like nobody sees her anymore. And when you greet her on her name, you can change that. She's wearing a name on her shirt. Maybe it's the guy in front of the parking queue who has just realized he's lost his parking ticket and everybody behind him is hooting and angry. But your kindness can change that. Maybe it's a fellow employee who has to work through their tea break today because they've got a deadline to meet, and a nice cup of coffee from your hand can change that for them. See, it's an interesting verse in Matthew 11 verse 19 where the Pharisees actually accused Jesus of being a friend to sinners. He was nice to people who didn't necessarily deserve it. Why did he do that? See, it's so easy. If I were to ask you to write down 10 things that's wrong with you, you'd probably be able to make that list quite quickly. If I were to ask you to write down 10 things that's right with you, might be a bit harder. It's so easy for us to see our own failures. It's so easy for us to see everything that's wrong in the world. But we need to be different. We need to be gracious and kind. We read in Romans 2 verse 4 in the NIV, or do you show contempt for the riches of his kindness, forbearance, and patience, not realizing that it's God's kindness is intended to lead you to repentance. God's kindness draws us to him. Your kindness will draw people to you so that they can get hungry and want more of God. 1 Peter 2 verse 12 in the NIV says, live such good lives among the pagans that though they accuse you of doing wrong, they may see your good deeds and glorify God on the day that he visits us. You see, having an outward focus in this world is not just about giving money, as empowering as money is to those who are in the field. And we need to give them money as well, to help them to do the work. It's not just going on that outreach one day to some foreign place, as impactful as that interference can be in the crisis of people. But being a light to the world means don't hide your light under a bucket in the place where you live. Don't hide your light in a bucket in the shopping center, in your workplace, in your home. Live such good lives that people will see your life and say, there's something different about you. You have something to give that can change this world. What can that be? Maybe today is just a listening ear. Maybe it's just an open and soft heart. Maybe you can open a door for somebody that they couldn't open for themselves in their career or in business. Maybe you can impart an important skill into someone's life that will better their life going forward. Maybe just when you tell someone you will pray for them, you actually do that. And why not do it right there and then? Not just, I'll pray for you later. Maybe the light you can give today is to forgive someone that don't deserve it. Because it's God's kindness that leads people to repentance. And that is in your hand to give. My father always taught me, he says, you don't have to be wrong to apologize. Because if you win the argument but you lose the relationship, you've lost. First, fight for the relationship, then solve the problem. Let us not complicate having an outward focus in the world to the point where it becomes an excuse for us to not engage with the world. God has called us to be salt. God has called us to be light to the world. What is in your hand to give? May the Lord bless you.